Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gabe Rhodes.
I'm Steve Kennedy.
And no, ladies and gentlemen, we were not experiencing 40 minutes of audio issues. We are live at Eagle Stadium for tonight's contest between the Preston County Knights and your homestanding Flying Eagles of Robert C. Byrd High School. And ladies and gentlemen, we have had a harrowing evening waiting here on the bus from Preston County.
Yep.
But they are thankfully here.
Yep. Thankfully, they got here safe and sound. That's the most important thing. Apparently, just due to issues, they couldn't get a bus until pretty late, and so they didn't get here till 6:15.
Yeah, about
6:15.
And
they're still, I guess, warming up. No offense, I don't feel like we should be allowing them to warm up. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, if someone can criticize me, then that's fine. But I think we've given them plenty of time to. If nothing else, I thought all we should have given them is maybe just let them stretch out so that they you don't want kids to get hurt. But
the Bird boys have had time to warm up, warm down, stretch down, stretch up.
Yep. I mean, usually by now this would be the end of the first half.
Right.
Like we'd be talking about okay, we're going to break. Watching. We're taking a break because it's the end of the first half, but it's still.
Listen, we had enough time of a break. We've taken a team photo.
Yep. So
we've taken a team photo. We've done a 3-man weave drill.
Yep.
In our warm-ups. It's been an interesting night so far, Steve.
Yep. As RCB seems to be ready to start, but Preston County is not getting over there.
Preston County is just Preston Countying.
Yep.
No disrespect.
No disrespect. They're they're coming off a win. They did beat Lincoln, I believe, 4-0, or was it 5-0? Sorry, 3-0. Sorry, they beat Lincoln 4-0 at the beginning of the year. This is the second time they played Lincoln, and this time they beat them 3-0 on Tuesday. So RCB though coming off of a huge win on Tuesday, 1-0 over Grafton, who that win might. Big one, because I think that win probably goes a long way to giving RCB the 1 seed in the sectional, which means the sectional will probably be coming through Eagle Field here.
Eagle Stadium. Got the chase for the section here.
Yep. So I mean, and when we've talked about how really the regular season is all about getting the obviously 1 getting better, but 2 getting the best seeding you possibly can for the sectional, and you can't do better than 1. So, I mean, I think RCB has done all they can. Now, these last few games, there's still a lot to deal with.
We've had some. Okay, well, let's put it this way: we have seen very few complete games of soccer, and especially very few complete games at Eagle Stadium.
Yep.
Some may argue for me, the last complete game that I watched was when we played Bridgeport at Bridgeport.
Yep. That was a complete game. I think RCB really put it all together, played hard, did some good things. And like I said, from what I'm hearing, it was obviously a good result on Tuesday, but the players were thought that there were some things that you could definitely work on, and that's what you're looking for these next 4 games. And also, I looked at the standings. The Big Ten championship is possible for RCB if they win tonight, and then they can beat Fairmont Senior on Tuesday. RCB would be co-Big Ten championships. Well, we're going to step away. You're watching, so we take an announcement. We're watching the Robert C. Byrd streaming network.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you, you couldn't ask for a more beautiful evening for soccer.
Absolutely. I got out and did a little running this afternoon. It's probably about the best weather for running because it wasn't too cold, but it was warm enough, but not obviously hot. So it was nice to be able to go out to get that done. Well, it looks like we're going to go through the line, so hold on. We're watching the RCB streaming now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Eagles are going from right to left. Pretty typical starting lineup, it looks like.
Yep.
But I mean, it is a cold, crisp night here at Eagle Stadium, and you
Nice
can hear everything.
Men.
Um,
Men's not messing around with that one.
no. Well, Steve, like what I'd love to see RCB do is come out tonight.
Oh wow, that's actually fantastic. 'Cause it came it's a throw-in. So if you're RCB, let's push. I see Corsini telling the guys push forward because he's got to go all the way back basically to his corner. So that ended up working out really well for RCB. Obviously, you don't want to give up possession, but to give up a throw-in that's that deep though, and they're in now. If you can you can push up and get out of there. So that was ended up working out.
And this is going to be an interesting we got to step on the front foot. I really want to see RCB come out tonight and play. A dominant brand of soccer.
Yeah. As you could see though, all the Knights that were back there on that, like basically everyone was inside the 20 for Preston County when RCB had the ball there. Xavier Sennett gives up that throw, so. Obviously, they're going to try to pack it in. Whenever RCB has the ball, they're going to plan on trying to pack it in and counterattack to go the other direction.
Right, and you saw that. I mean, they move pretty well together. It's definitely they're going to try and catch RCB on the counter.
Yeah.
Should be something that's tough though, because RCB has been pretty good in terms of movement.
Yeah, I mean, and defenses look pretty good. I mean, you got to think in the last 3 games, RCB did not
It's
have
5. They're at 5.
5 games. Yeah, because I know we tied Martinsburg with nothing.
Great ball.
Great ball through.
Brad
Bradley
just scuffs it a little bit.
Just scuffs it a little bit there, but that was
nice little lead though. Great pass from Unego.
Absolutely.
But it'll be open there.
Yeah.
They got a little bit of a light situation going here on
Yep.
the Eagle bench. Looks like we're trying to send some Morse code.
Yep. Hopefully everyone's okay over there. By the way, for them, their leading scorer is number 17, Jacob Williams. But according to this, he's scratched from tonight. So Preston County missing their leading scorer according to the roster that they gave us.
Well,
so
and that's unfortunate.
that's unfortunate.
What a turn there.
Nice by
Braden.
So that might be another reason why they really want to pack it in, because especially, because he had 6 goals, and the next highest on the team, I think, is 2. So, obviously he has about half the team goals on the season. So when you lose a guy like that, you probably think it's going to be even harder to score than at times.
It's harder you don't have the outlet to push out to.
Yeah. Nice job by Carson winning that one there, as he's going to get over to Thomason. Thomason's going to look there, but like I said, good job getting numbers back for the Knights, and nice poke there as Corsini's going to fight and Gavert's going to get it, and this ball's going to go out. So about 3 minutes in, RCB's had one good opportunity as nice through ball, but Bradley just couldn't turn on it and get it on goal. But we'll see. Nice throw
control from Braden Thomason.
Yeah, nice throw in, good patrol, and then he's got
lots of time here. Anthony,
Caleb.
Caleb. They are getting a lot of time so far.
Yep.
And they've got to take advantage of it. Great in ball there.
Great in ball.
I really love the directness.
Yep. Good job by Sennett there with a nice ball and good. But unfortunately, here come the Knights the other way, trying to counterattack, as that's number 22 for them.
Well, and a little sloppiness there from Anthony, dispossessed.
Yeah.
But right now Preston County's not moving with a whole lot of.
Yeah, I very say.
And I'm sure that's part of that is just getting off the bus.
Yeah, I very say. Okay. I tried to play a through ball there. Good job, but
Braden Thomason using his athleticism and his speed.
Yep.
Carson tries to play an outlet pass that I think was just a.
I think that Braden was coming back, and so he wasn't ready to make that run, and so it was just a little too direct there, just a little too aggressive.
Sure.
Ball goes out though from the keeper, so RCB will have a throw in on the end with about 5 minutes in. RCB looking to see over the top, but unfortunately just a little too far. Corsini did a good job getting over the fender, but a
little too rough with the pitch.
Little too far for Unego to go and get it.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get to that. But we're in the Preston County half. Kind of an interesting to see Anthony playing as an attacking midfielder. It looks like we're kind of set in a 4-3-3.
Chandler plays a nice ball there, but Gabbert can't save it.
And Gabbert's he's kind of the sneaky good midfielder and the sneaky guy in transition.
Men gets it taken, and Carson gets it taken away. Here come the Knights the other way, but Carson does a good job playing it back to
getting back in recovery,
getting it to Chuck, and Chuck does the right thing there because there was guys in his faces, so he turned it outside and just played it out to prevent because if he plays it ahead and it happens to knock off the Preston County defender, they're on their way. So you just have to be smart there, and there it comes. Preston County's looked pretty good at times, though. They've had the ability to.
Well, they've got some speed, and but they're getting possession because RCB's being sloppy.
I agree with that. RCB needs to tighten it up a little bit.
Just slow. Like you don't have to be that head on a swivel fast right now because you're not. You've got.
Nice pass by Carson. And Unego, but here comes Thomason.
Braden Thomason.
Thomason.
There we are.
There we go.
Braden Thomason Ladies and gentlemen, great little move from the senior.
Yeah, good job following the play there because Unego had that first touch. And then good job on the defender to knock it away. But Braden kind of following him up. It went right into his path. And Braden Thomason then, got around and just did what you're supposed to do. He
low and hard to the corner.
Low and hard in the corner.
Keeper.
Yeah, nothing the keeper could have done there. So RCB takes the 1-0 lead with 33-24 left here in the first half. But
well, and the thing is that those kind of this game should be out of just on 7 minutes. This game should be out of distance in the first half.
Yeah.
Again, no disrespect to Preston County, but there's so much space.
Yeah.
And if RCB is tidy with the ball, if RCB can play the normal possession game that they do,
nice little
great
triangle
ball
there by Thomason with Chandler giving the initial pass, though.
Thomason and Chandler have this really interesting connection.
Yep.
There's a lot of trust between Thomason and Chandler.
Nice job by Sennett there finding and a good through ball there to Bradley.
One in here. Brad got to cut it back here. He did not need to one time it, and we got a corner.
Got a corner. A little bit of miscommunication there between the keeper and the defender. The only thing I would say there is if you're RCB, the disappointing thing is that ball rolled a long way and there was no Eagles even close to it.
Not even close.
So how about this? That should not. I can understand why the defender kicked that ball because the keeper should have never been able to come out and get that. That should have been an RCB player there to stop that.
Well, but also
someone needs to be making that run there to get to.
We don't need a one time I understand.
Here comes Corsini. He's going to try.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Line.
And
great stop by the.
Braden is kicking himself because I think he got surprised by the ball.
Yeah.
It was right there on a dinner plate, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Great service by Corsini, but just couldn't quite. As Thomason, I believe, Thomason was the goal scorer on Tuesday, got the winning goal, the only goal against Grafton. So
now, where does that leave him on the season tally? Is that 15 or 16?
I think that gives him the 16. Hold on, let me look. No, actually, that was 17. So now it's up to 18.
My good God, 18 goals in a high school season is very, very solid.
That is fantastic.
That's incredible production.
Yeah, and when you're playing a schedule like RCB plays, though, because here's the thing, we talked about how Ravens would beat St. Mary's 24-0. So you could have a kid who scores a few goals that game and kind of inflate their numbers. Well, RCB didn't really play an inflate your numbers game. So when you take that into consideration, it makes it that much harder. Here comes Thomason again. Thomason going to try?
He's going to look for this first half hat trick for sure.
Yeah. He's going to try shoot.
Bradley. Man, I would love to have got.
Well, it's what he would, and Thomason gave him a fist bump because he understood that was the right play. It's just unfortunate the way it bounced to him. It was going to be hard to keep that down, but he did the right thing trying to put it on net. Just try to get your head over next time if you can. Try to get your head over a little bit more. I like the way he ran through that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Cut out from the captain of Preston County.
Yeah. Oh, nice job by
Chris.
Chris
Set by
Senior.
Anthony. Patient. Waited there for the touch. Oh, I would have.
Yep.
I still maintain that we're looking for a third goal scorer on this team.
Yes. Well, I agree with that.
We've got some really great creators. We've got some people that are working really well for the team. But we have got
a little bit behind Bradley. Can Bradley keep it? He does. He kept it in. Good job. Gets it back to Carson. Carson's going to give it to Xavier. Xavier's going to drop it all the way back to
Chuck.
Chuck's going to try to change the point of attack. Good job winning it there by Preston.
Got to try for an assist there, looked like.
Yep.
Great little ball here.
Ooh, there's Carson doing a little bit of juggling.
Acrobatic.
What was it? Now he's no longer on the Harrison County Board of Education, but wasn't there? Who was it? Mike Doherty. He's a juggler, right?
Yeah, he went to Clown College.
Yeah. And RCB will take the throw, and as Jackson McCain will get that. So, maybe getting some juggling skills there.
Well, and it was interesting. Brad got the start, but Jackson McCain's coming in.
Yep.
Here.
He's done that some. I think he's liking Jackson maybe off the bench, letting him see the game a little bit more.
Well, and for a kid like Jackson who is talented, I think he kind of needs to see the pace of the game.
There you go.
A great ball to Yanego, and a good save from the keeper. Kind of spilled it and recovered. Nobody crashed, which is a little frustrating.
Yeah.
But, I think Jackson really will benefit from some time not having to – what was that?
Yeah. I think he was trying to do a give and go there, but he just hit it a little bit behind this guy, and then the guy tried to do the most acrobatic kick ever and just didn't quite make it.
There was just a little too much Three Ninja Strike Back in that.
Yep. To be fair, there's a lot of ninjas in Preston County.
You're not wrong.
Here comes Braden Thomason.
Oh, great little ball there.
And it was actually deflected, so it's going to be a corner kick.
That's good in industry there, from Braden Thomason.
As RCB will get another one. Corsini put that first one in a perfect position, so let's see if that happens again.
Steve, speaking of, do you think he'll go for the Olympico tonight?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't be against it, but especially looking where that keeper's playing, that might be open for it because he's not playing on the line. He's playing a little bit off.
There are people on the line. But
I'm just saying the keeper's not, and he's the one to most likely stop it. But good job by the keeper there to win that. To
get where he was. Well, and the keeper, I think, saw the first time.
And he's trying to take away that he thought that try to make it so he has to pull it out a little bit more, maybe.
Well, instead of going and being available to take it off the head of Thomason, because Thomason was coming right through.
Yeah.
Unmarked, untouched.
Good job by Gabbert, and nice pass by Chuck to get it over to Chandler. Chandler's going to give it over to Caleb. Caleb, though, fortunately, he'll end up okay, but that's the one thing we talked about, though. You cannot be lackadaisical or sloppy on back passes because those lead to runouts and goals the other way.
Caleb does a really nice job as a hold-up number 9.
Yeah, no, he does.
The last couple weeks have been a little. His distribution hasn't been as consistent.
Yeah,
and some of that is just tired. Some of that is just looking for his stuff.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. He has earned the right to look for his shot and look for his own move.
I would say his shot has been impressive. Little miscommunication there, and Wyatt it goes over the end line, so it's going to give a corner kick to the Knights. The Knights are going to have a chance.
Got some active communication there from Coach Min.
Yeah,
not happy.
Yeah. Because, you can't give up goal kicks.
Right. Because if you give up, you're giving up a potential possession.
Yeah, because, here's the thing. For the most part, Preston County has yet to really put your goalie or your defense under any type of pressure, and now you're giving them an opportunity off a set piece to possibly, if you can get a goal here, to tie it up.
Right. And now, shouldn't be a problem, but great service.
I would say, like I said, fortunately, it goes through. McCain does a good job fighting off and
running out.
And of course, taking the push. Number 5 been grabbing a little bit. I've been noticing that.
And when you got the
Cordell
speed
Ayers.
When you've got speed like this, you kind of got to.
Look, I understand. We all understand that people. You just gotta do what you gotta do, and hey, it wasn't that bad. How about this? I've played against and played with a lot worse than that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But just a couple of times I've seen him. He's been a little handsy at times. Nice little ball through.
Can Braden get there?
Oh, he did kind of, but good job by the keeper. If he just got
brave from the keeper, brave
play there, because like I said, especially if he just gets a little bit early, doesn't get a touch on it, then, Braden's going wide, but there's no keeper between him, so all he's got to do is just try to pass it into that goal, and that gets him number 2 on the night. Of course, can Corsini win here? And he does a good job winning that, so good job getting the throw in.
Well, and I appreciate,
Corsini's looked pretty good so far, especially,
Corsini
defensively here.
Is working really hard. It's a heads-up play as the guy who takes a lot of the throws to work fast.
Yeah.
But you got to have guys that when you work fast are going to come get the ball.
Xavier Sennett will play it off the defender there. So with 24 minutes to go, RCB still only up 1-0. So still anyone's game. Thomason, ooh, nice move by Thomason, and he makes a move on. Can Caleb? So there, and gets it back to Corsini. I would have liked to see Caleb maybe try to one-time at there if I were just as that ball goes on his left foot, because he's got such a good left foot. I would like to have seen him take that shot from Thomason. I get it, but just, like I said, these are the things we talk about. These are things to think about and to work on these next couple weeks as you get ready for sectional play when it all matters.
Right, and that that's kind of this is a tight game. It's a must win.
Yep.
Because we want the sectional tournament to come through Eagle Stadium.
Yeah. Because Caleb keeps working here, gets it to
Corsini.
Corsini gets it back to Caleb, gets it nice pass to Beeson, gets it over to Braden.
Look how tight they're marking Braden Thomason now.
Yeah.
They like.
Yeah, they're trying to take the ball away from him, which I can respect. Can McCain get through? He almost gets there. He does a good job at least getting it back to Beeson.
Much of trying to
Gets it to Chandler. Chandler's going to drop it back to Caden.
Misstep from Caden. Hopefully somebody's talking.
Yeah, so gets it over to Sennett. Nice job getting over to McCain. McCain's going to look here. He's got a little bit of room. Going to work the give and go to Thomason. And that's cut off, but here comes Yanego. Can Yanego here tries to take on a few defenders. Carson gets the ball. He's going to look here, try to get it through, but once again snuffed out. A lot of numbers back for Preston County. As here comes McCain. McCain does a good job on the step, but gets a good job with the defender sticking with him. But here comes Xavier Sennett,
who gets bundled at.
Yep.
No call. Leave it.
Gets it to Beeson. Beeson's going to look. Beeson tries to get over to Yanego, but once again,
just a little slow getting it out of his
feet. I
say
you just need to be a little bit quicker, especially at that area of the box.
Got to make a choice.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're getting so many bites at the apple. We got to get something here.
Yeah. But give Preston County credit. They've been stopping up a lot of these lanes, trying to make it hard for RCB to get anything going, and gets it to Beeson. Beeson gets it back to Yanego. Yanego gets it over to Carson. Carson gets it to tight. Here can Yanego. Good stop though.
Looked like a handle there too, though.
Could have been. It was close. It was hard to tell.
Well, our season-long conversation about intent.
Yeah. It just depends on what you saw, and as with about halfway through the half, here comes a long ball as Chrislip gets it over. They do a good job there working it out, and Men's got some room there.
And can recycle it forward.
Yep, gets a good job getting over to Chandler. Chandler gets it over to Corsini. Corsini.
Now.
Yep.
Okay. I appreciate Sean seeing the contact, trying to give it advantage, and realizing when it wasn't going to be an advantage, he makes the call. That is good keeping, or good officiating.
Good officiating, yeah. You give it a second, you see what happens here. I wonder what's going on with Corsini, because it seems like he's got is there gloves in there? Because he's got something in his mouth. So Chrislip's going to actually take this one. And he's going to go long. It's, just over the top.
So close, ladies and gentlemen. So close.
Yep. Yeah. As with less than half of the way through over halfway through the first half, RCB still leads 1-0 over the Knights of Preston County.
Looks like Corsini came off for a second.
Yeah, there's something going on. Like he had his gloves or something and he had them in his mouth. I don't know exactly what was going on. Maybe something happened. So
something hurt his hand or something.
Yeah, can Braden keep going?
Well, and there's a lot of miscommunication in the Preston County half.
Yep.
I mean, it's RCB needs to step on it.
Yes.
Let's go. We got to put another one away now.
Yeah.
because Preston County is just they are that went over the line.
Oh, yeah, he's saying it went over the line. Well, wait, but they're saying, well,
Corner.
well, he's pointing for goal, but it's got to be a corner, right? Because, I mean, it was off the Preston County guy.
Well, now we've got a 2-ball, like, no communication from the official.
He's calling
Okay.
it. How's that? Wait, did I mess up?
No, I don't think you did, but I think we were at a distance that neither of them saw it.
Yeah, because it was just I thought what happened was it was a mishit by Preston County, and that's what made it go backwards, so it should be a corner kick. But, I don't know. We'll see. As RCB, as here comes Preston, though. See, once again, this is why you have to try to get those second, third goal because, one mistake or one great play by Preston County, this is a tie game. And so you got to keep your pedal to the metal. Nice job by Gabbert there and finds Corsini. Can Corsini, as
Or it's Unego.
Unego, sorry. Unego gets
Well,
it over
I kind
to
of wish he
Beeson.
had looked up and seen that
There
Braden
you go.
was
Nice
ready
job
to
by
go.
Beeson. Gets over to
Unego! And with emphasis, Caleb Unego with emphasis.
Yep, he made sure that was not getting.
He wasn't going to miss that one, ladies and gentlemen.
Unego with the Unego goal. Is that too bad?
Oh,
Sorry,
oh.
is that terrible?
Unego.
There you go. I like that.
That was a special request, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Great goal from Caleb Unego.
Yes, absolutely. It's it was a good job, obviously, by Braden and Beeson with that nice pass up to Braden. That through
Beeson
ball.
had a really
I
good
gotta say,
through ball
I
there.
give a lot. Even though probably Braden will get the assist, really, I would say Beeson probably more deserves it because that initial ball was really what caused that goal.
Well, and Beeson kind of split the line there.
Yep.
And really asked some questions that Preston County did not have.
Yeah, I mean.
Jackson McCain, that's valid right there.
Yeah.
Totally valid.
That valid. Well, I mean, like I said, the only question is I'm not down there. I don't know how hard he pushed. Was that a little bit of a flop? But who knows? But how about this? Looking at it from here, I probably would have called the foul myself if I were that ref. So I can't.
From 1,000-foot view, it's tough.
And I mean, it just looks like and it's hard to tell like how it's not like you have a Pascal counter to be able to find that force. It's,
right.
How many newtons of force did he put on him? Was that enough? I don't think you can calculate that during a soccer game.
I believe I've got Gloria Fisher PTSD for physics. So
one of the best teachers RCB ever had. Ever.
One of the best to ever do it.
Yep. Last I heard, she was with. Well, let's see how this goes.
She was at Liberty there for a little while.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Preston County defender did something that I would have said suspect.
I was going to say suspect. I wouldn't have done it, but it ended up working out for him, so good for him. But yeah.
But then the guy he passes to puts it right to the best passer on the RCB team. So I don't know about that.
I would say, but I would have either tried to play that for a throw-in, obviously either go out for the corner kick, but if it's possible, maybe just kick that out for a throw-in and try to prevent the corner kick. But when you play it back like that, if RCB were crashing, then that's
and if RCB was playing at in third gear or fourth gear, you're toasted.
Yep.
Oh, another great possible ball there. Jackson.
Oh, they're going to call a foul on McCain because
I think he pulled a shirt. There's a little bit of shirt pull in there.
Yep.
See if I can get it on the replay.
Yep.
But yeah, I think he pulled a shirt a little bit.
Yep.
Just trying to get around the corner.
I get that. I've seen that. Like I said, I had the kid from Brooke County who would always pull my shirt from behind whenever I was in front of him.
Brooke County.
Oh, I hated that team.
Hated.
Because they had him. Now, he wasn't the bad one, like I said. The other guy that used to kick me in the calf muscles the entire game, that was the guy I really didn't like.
Listen, I have a strong dislike for the Bruins of Brooke County. Not for their band. Their band's great. Johnny Leonard, stand up.
And there's a lot and the people of Brooke County are good people. It's just there's
also a little known fact. My first high school start.
Oh yeah.
And first and only high school start for RCB.
Yep. Again, and like I said, they were a really good program. It was just more about the fact that, like, I quite frankly, like Bridgeport a lot more than I like Brooke County, just because.
Ooh, that's saying a lot.
I mean, it's just the fact that I thought Bridgeport played the game the right way, whereas Brooke County took a lot of little shortcuts, let's just say. But there was a lot of talent there and a lot of good people on that team. It's just there was a couple of them that really, I got it. I got tired of getting my shirt pulled all game. I got tired of getting kicked in the calves all game. I had to sit a game one time because the guy kicked me so much in the calf I had a deep calf bruise the next day. And I kind of looked at the ref like, this is your fault. You gotta call him on that. You're not allowed to kick me like that. But he didn't.
McCain had a nice ball there.
Back on track here.
Back on subject. McCain had a nice ball there for a second.
I better say, yeah, he did.
A little bit of pass into double coverage, but
yeah. Ooh, nice step there by Carson. Beeson does a good job there. And like I said, Beeson had that one great play that led to the second goal. And here comes Bennett. But I think
Carson.
And honestly, if he got into it, I think he was offsides. If I had to guess there, I don't think he was onside either. But it was a thought. Here comes some substitutions. Corsini back in. It looks like Bradley's coming back in. And is that James Barnett, I believe, coming in for Yanego. So Thomason, McCain. So basically our entire front three are being taken off here.
Just trying to give him a little bit of time, I think. Little conversation. Looks like Coach Min is going to wrap his arm around Jackson McCain and have a little bit of a word. Jackson has been playing pretty good.
Yeah, I thought he looked good at times. Just one of those things where a couple things to work on, but that's why you talk to the young man like that. He's definitely someone that is important this year and will be important for the next few years for RCB. So you definitely want to get him to have the right habits and do things the right way to keep working on that.
Well, and so you could there's a lot when this senior class leaves. There's a lot of production to fill.
I've already say you look at the third leading scorer, and we talk about that third scorer is, right now, was it Carson with 3 goals is the third leading scorer on the team, but the first 2 are both seniors, so they're not going to be back next year. So that's it's going to be hard. Now I think that you're not going to be able to replace a Braden Thomason and Caleb Yanego with 2 players, but what you're going to have to do is do it in the aggregate. Like everyone's just going to have to step up a little bit and try to take that.
Sure. Well, But, at the same time, Steve, if you and I had talked last year in a post-season wrap-up show, which, by the way, Mr. Post, if you're listening, we should do, we would have said, how do we replace Alex Bovino? How do we replace, some of these great guys? Yeah. And this year, we've had a lot. We're looking for a number. We're probably still looking for a number 9 at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But, this – striker by committee next year could be an interesting idea also. And really, you hope that some of these guys play together in the summer.
Chandler does a good job of dealing with that dangerous play there. As Preston County has found a little bit of possession here, so with 11 minutes to go, RCB needs to get going because, obviously, like I said, a goal here changes everything as J.D. Ford comes on for Logan Beeson. That was
that is an edge of your seat, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I better say good job by Chrislop there.
Call that squeaky
bum look
time.
at that! Look at that arm and on
great touch by James Barnett.
Yeah, but Bradley can't quite make that. I mean, he tried to play it through.
Idea. Yeah, just trying to get.
It just happened that the defender did a good job. Corsini there. Can Corsini get through? Not quite.
Would love to see Anthony get a goal tonight.
Yep.
And I know we've already got the little like question of will he try for the Olympico again, which again, ladies and gentlemen, just for clarification, I'm pretty sure he will.
Yeah.
But
because Carson gets the ball there, gets it over to James. James gets it over to Corsini.
James Barnett, for me, up front, does everything you want of a striker except put the ball in the back of the net.
Mm-hmm.
When James Barnett starts adding goals,
he might be a guy when we talk about how you replace that production. He's going to have to be a big part of that equation next year.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, the question is because last year
And I think it's also we're gonna see a style change, but that's for another time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, because I think you got some great depth going on, and
Absolutely.
especially with the freshmen. Because honestly, I think there's a couple freshmen that haven't gotten a ton of playing time that in a week. Okay, so James gets it here. Let's see how this goes. This possessed with J.D. Ford. J.D. Ford.
Come on, J.D. Listen, I'm telling you, J.D. Ford and James, I just need a goal from one of them.
I would say the one thing
so
I would be talking about is because I've seen it a couple of times. It wasn't just JD. I think I saw Yanego maybe do it once and other people. Too many times where guys are trying to dribble through like two guys at the top of the box. That's not going to work out almost ever. Now, sometimes you'll have a guy who's just incredible with that close touch, and that maybe they can do it. But most people, it's going to be tough. So I would just recommend,
especially when you get a Charleston Catholic or you get a Point Pleasant or something. You're not going to be able to do. Well, shoot. To be honest,
I would say, that was
a little conversation on Anthony just playing a little too.
Good job by Braden. Braden does a good job as
listen there.
And then Corsini just kind of.
Corsini, we lauded him for a little bit, but he's been a little sloppy there.
Yeah, that was not a great play on his part. And it happens. We all have those type of things happen.
Great ball. Can
Thomas.
we get one in here?
Good. Okay,
James. Oh, man. Listen, so close, James Barnett.
Yeah.
So close, James Barnett. Let me get that on the replay.
Yeah. That was a good effort there by Bradley, putting it right across.
Great movement across the ball for us.
Yeah, and so that was really well done. Just unfortunately, just couldn't quite put the ball on the back of the net, or James couldn't get a touch on it. Because obviously, he gets a touch, that's a goal. Because that's
sure, and they're looking for him. I like it. They're looking to get James involved.
Can JD get almost? If he could just have beaten 69 there, he would have gotten it. As here comes as Preston County tries to go the other way, but good job by Gabbert. Gabbert's looked good at times here.
Yeah, Isaiah's been playing really deep tonight.
Yeah, but I have this. Everything he's been asked to do, he's done.
He is the Mr. Unspoken. That's what I've asked some of the guys like.
Is there something? Hold on, wait a second. There's okay. I saw Sean kind of wave, but I didn't see anyone at the thing. So it's like I don't see a sub. So,
I asked some of the guys, who's the best midfielder at RCB.
Now here comes the sub as Bradley's going to come off, and is that Yanego coming back? I believe.
No, it looks like Beeson.
Oh, Beeson. Okay.
I asked all the guys who's that I teach and or see who's the best midfielder at RCB.
And that's Gandon, actually. Isn't that Gandon?
Maybe it is. Yeah, it is Gandon. You're right.
Yeah.
All of them have said Isaiah Gabbert.
Yeah.
Every single one says Gabbert. I would have expected Carson, but even Carson said no, it's Gabbert.
Yeah. Well, that's good to see that that his teammates recognize him. As here comes the back pass. Good job by Wyatt to one-time that as it goes off the defender. With 6 minutes to go, and here comes the other way. Here comes some more substitutions. I think there's Beeson coming back, and there's Yanego. So there's Beeson, Yanego.
Interesting.
Looks like though they're going to be more playing midfield, especially Yanego. Beeson, Beeson kind of plays everywhere. He's played forward, he's played fullback, he's played midfield. He's a utility player, as they would say. So. Here comes J.D. Ford as he tries to win that one.
A little bit of heavy touch from James.
James, yeah.
And interesting that no call there.
I guess he thought it was.
Maybe he got more of the ball than I saw.
Yeah.
Man, James really tonight. This is a game for James to come out and just use.
Can Xavier send it? Oh, Xavier.
Ooh.
They're going to call a throw in there. I guess the call. He needs to be careful though, because that could have been a foul call. Because I think the only reason they didn't call a foul is because the ball. He was kicking the ball out of bounds. So
sure.
Xavier didn't cause any. Here's a long throw by Chuck. Gets it off
great
the.
Great throw there from Chuck.
Yeah, great throw to Chuck. Gets it off of James, but couldn't quite. Can Gandon gets it to Logan. Logan
Kind of an odd step there from Logan.
Tries to ends up getting it to Braden. Braden's going to get over to Gandon. Gandon, good no call there, I think, because the guy from Preston County, I think, was the one that kind of ran into Gandon. So I don't think that was a. If anything, it would have been a foul on Preston County. Even though he was the guy that went down, I think he would have been the one because I don't think he was playing the ball. Oh, can JD? Unfortunately, they did a good job shielding him away. But JD had an opportunity there to maybe get a goal with about 4 minutes left. RCB
well, and I like
third.
that we're pressing for another one.
Oh, yeah, we got to keep pressing. I think this is the night to try to see if you can
get some
Caleb,
goals and get some unusual goals. Man, we are like and it it's interesting to see like Braden is instead of playing at the top and into the box, Braden's just kind of spraying the ball back into the goal.
Well, I think this is something in case, like, for example, let's say we have a 1-goal lead against a team like either Grafton or let's say in the sectionals, whether it's Lewis County, because I think they'd be probably the 1 seed over there. Or if you get to the States and see someone like Charleston Catholic and you happen to get the lead, there might be a thought of like, well, what if we play Braden back and let him kind of, help us keep possession and to stop them from counterattacking on us to make it harder for them to score.
Yeah, use his speed, use his intelligence.
To try to help out in that regard. So, I mean, that might be something he's thinking is like we got a couple goal leads, so we don't necessarily need a goal. Let's see how that works because maybe against a team in the if we were to get a team
and playing, how do you break down the block?
Yeah. Because, I mean, if we get, like, let's say somehow we get a 1-goal lead against, if we get to the playoffs, obviously this is a big, looking way, way, way ahead. But let's say that somehow we end up playing Charleston Catholic at State and we get a 1-goal lead. Maybe you look at stuff like, hey, how can we hold that lead against a team like that?
Right, and how do we slow a team that plays on the lightning counter?
Exactly.
Because, that counter from Catholic is crazy.
Exactly. And maybe that's the thought, and maybe that's what he's thinking there. Get to the JD. JD gets to James. Yanego. Unfortunately,
that's a unique no. That was bad.
Yeah,
pun,
I would say I think it was the best pun I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, Caleb.
So 2.5 minutes to go, as that nice drop back, and as Chandler tries to get over to JD Ford, JD tries to get it, but here comes Preston County. But I'll say this. We haven't talked about them much, but I think Chuck and Caden have done everything they can from their positions to kind of – nice
ball. What a slide rule ball there. Well, here's the thing. We were talking about defenders earlier.
Yeah.
Look at Chuck. Look at him on his bike going.
Yeah.
Those two guys have been a foundational part of this great season that RCB boys are having.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, here's the thing. You can't be able to put because if you don't have guys like that are that sturdy, you can't put Braden up top because you probably would need to be like, well, we'd be giving up too many goals, so you'd have to move Braden back, which is going to really hurt your attack. The fact that you can put Braden up top is because you got guys like Chuck and Caden back there that can hold good teams out without him. They're going to call offsides, though.
Oh, I don't believe that.
I'm going to say that is close.
I don't believe that. We'll go to the court of arbitration for sport. VF replay. Let's go.
The VAR will take a look.
Huddle replay. Huddle VAR.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
was close. It was close. I couldn't tell from here. We don't have a great angle, to be fair.
We don't have a line, guys. We don't have.
So we're looking at from a. It didn't look like it was too much. Now sometimes I will say this. I think the VAR goes a little too much when it comes to like offsides. Like I saw one time when a guy's like, well, maybe his right pinky toe was offsides or something.
Right.
Like, oh, come
what
on.
A little touch
nice. Oh, here it goes.
Get there. Oh.
I guess my point is it's like, oh, come on. He's on sides. And they called him offsides. It's like, how could you tell? Like, I couldn't see anything.
Right.
Like, I think sometimes they go a little too much the other way, but it's better. So, Caden gets it over to Wyatt. Wyatt does a good job getting it back to Caden. Good job working the 1-2 to get around to the night. And so 13 seconds to go, that'll probably be about it for the first half. As Gandon – but Gandon –
how about this?
We've talked about it. You cannot be sloppy going back.
No. A
It,
pass like that against
I mean,
Charleston
it's
Catholic.
it's one thing to do a speculative pass forward, and if it gets taken, it gets taken. But at least you're still in your shape and you're behind the ball. If you pass it, if you go backwards, it's got to be crisp. It's got to be to someone's feet.
Sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step away here for a little bit at the half.
Yep.
I've been Gabe Rhodes.
I'm Steve Kennedy.
This is the Robert C. Byrd Streaming Network. We'll be back in a bit. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Um, got a short warm up here and short transition between halves.
Yep. Normally you have a 10-minute half, but this time they're doing only a 5-minute because of the fact that Preston County, due to things beyond their control, got here about 6:15, right? Isn't that when it got here? So 6:15. So
nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it. No one's blaming anybody. It just happens. The only thing we kind of did mention, though, was we thought that maybe the pregame could have been shortened up a little bit because of that. But that's like I said, that's no one's blaming Preston County for that or anyone. It's just an unfortunate thing because you never know whether what reason there is. Bus is late, traffic, can't help that. I'm sure they got here as soon as they could.
Right. Well, and it's tough. I mean, shoot,
that's. I mean, they are the farthest team from the rest of the conference. That's the other thing. It's
a distance, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, because if anyone else had a little trouble, I mean, you'd be like, well, but if you're coming from Fairmont, you're not missing that much. But especially if you're on one of those roads in Preston County, you get behind say a tractor or something like that, you might be waiting a good while, man.
Well, and not just that, it's a hike.
It's a hike, yeah.
Like Kingwood is a solid hour and a half from here.
Yep. By the way, I mentioned earlier, and I don't know if I mentioned it here, but I mentioned the other guys here. Can we change it to Camelot? If you're going to call yourself the Knights, can we go from Kingwood to Camelot? I mean, I think that would be. I mean, nothing against Kingwood. Kingwood's a great name for a city. I'm just saying, if you're calling yourself the Knights, I think Camelot fits it better.
Sure.
And then if you have a kid named Arthur, they could be the king. That could be your mascot, King Arthur.
Now we're just going down the road a little deeper there.
Yep. See. But yeah, the Knights have to and give them credit for coming like that. I mean, it's only 2-0. They've looked good. They've had a couple times as they pressed RCB. I mean, RCB has controlled the pace of the game. And if you're Coach Min, I think you would like to see them get some more goals here in the second half.
For sure.
Try to work that. I mean, here's the thing. Preston's done a good job putting numbers back, but, whether it's, you got to think that in the sectional semifinals, whoever you play, whether it's probably Philip Barber or Lincoln or Notre Dame, because those are the three teams that are going to be playing for that 4 or 5 spot, possibly. So those three are going to be 3, 4, 5, and so whoever comes out of the 4 or 5 game will be one of those 3 teams. That's probably how they're going to go against RCB. They're going to try to pack it in and try to counterattack off of us. So you got to be. So it's a good way to practice that because that's probably what you're going to see in that first sectional semifinal matchup.
Sure. What is going on the field down here? What are we doing, guys?
As RCB is waiting for the Knights, as the Knights are still doing their talk over there. But the other thing is, to be fair, the refs aren't here yet, so that's on the Knights. I don't see the refs out here, so
sure.
So I mean that's not. So if anyone's saying anything, the refs were the ones that were in their locker room. They're just coming out now, so obviously you can't
start with our officials.
I would say can't blame any of the players or either team when the officials are still in the thing, which it is what it is. Yeah. But hopefully we can hopefully here RCB can look a little bit better. The one thing, just work on some of the sloppiness. I think they didn't connect as many passes as I'd like to see them do. Just be a little bit more intentional. They didn't try to do as many of the long balls this game, and I've kind of liked seeing that. But at the same time, you gotta find a way to give yourself some space when the other team's trying to gum up the works the way that Preston County, because they're trying to make passes like within 6 yards of each other where there's 2 defenders in the area as well. That's just really hard to do. I mean, Braden's made some really nice ones like that. I know Beeson made that one really nice one that split the difference. That gave us the second goal. What? By the way, for those that don't know, the 2 goals were, the first one was Thomason got the goal off of the as I believe Unego was working against the defender, and the ball came out, and then Thomason picked it up and put it in. And then the second goal was by Unego off of first it started with a great feed by Beeson, got it to Thomason, and then Thomason gave it over to Unego, and then Unego just hammered it home. So that's how we got here to the 2-0 scoreline.
Looks like we got Mr. Turner set up a long exposure camera. I hope he comes back for that pretty quick because it's going to be a little sketch there on the sideline.
Yep.
Because that is a very expensive camera.
Yep.
All right. Well, looks like the start of the second half. RCB is going to go from your left to right.
I believe RCB got the kickoff, so it will be the Knights here to kick it off in the second half, I believe. As like I said, so far I think the game has been, RCB's done some good things, but these next 2 weeks, that's what this is all about. Just like, working on, fine-tuning some things, getting some, try to be a little bit more intentional with a couple aspects. As Caleb there tried to go up there, but nice job by the defender to keep cool under pressure. Nice job by Gabbert, though. Once again, we talked very glowingly about Gabbert, and there's a nice play. And here comes Thomason the other way. Thomason, but nice job by the defender there.
A little short, but great step by the
defender.
Preston.
As Xavier gets it dispossessed, and good job by the Knights there. But here's Gabbert again, does a good job. Gets it over to as Corsini gets it over to Caleb, but Caleb a little bit too strong on that touch, and it goes out for the Knights. RCB. Nice job by Bradley. One thing I like about Bradley is he does that nice thing where he just kind of runs through while the guys. It takes a lot of bravery, but it's gotten him a couple of nice possessions there because guys are expecting you to stop. Like, I'm about to kick it, so you're going to stop, and he just kind of runs through, and he gets the ball sometimes.
Yeah, and that takes because you're going to take a shot to the
You're going to take a shot every once in a while. Oh, here's a miscommunication as Chuck and Caden, but good job Chandler cleaning that up and gets over to Braden. Oh, Braden, nice little move there.
Little dance.
Gets
samba.
Over to but couldn't quite get him and Carson couldn't connect, but take him back. Good job staying on sides there by Unego. Unego's going to try to see. Oh, wait. There's a flag up now. Why is there? That was a very late flag if that's an offsides.
Yeah, I don't understand. No acknowledgement from the end line. Like.
Yep.
What?
Because, I mean, he was well into the box before. Now, I'm not saying that he wasn't possibly offsides, but the call should have been made earlier. I guess would be my only thing.
If you're
usually that call's made a lot earlier.
That one I don't understand because not only was the official behind the last line of defenders.
Yeah.
But no indication of hey, there's a call. They played a solid 3 or 4 minutes.
30 seconds.
I'd say solid 30 seconds to a minute after.
Yeah, but say what usually a lot of refs will do is kind of start waving the flag if there's someone who looks like the offsides could occur, because obviously if Caleb had just ran back and not played the ball, then it's not offsides, because you have to be in the play for you to get the offsides call if he was offsides. But usually the ref kind of raised the flag, and then if the player doesn't end up being in the play, they just put their flag down.
Sure.
But in that case, she didn't have her flag up. That's what I was looking at, and then, But here we go. Let's see. Chandler with someone on his back does a good job getting over to Wyatt. Wyatt has it, and nice ball over to Bradley. I'll tell you, Wyatt.
Oh, a little bit of a miss there. But he recovered.
He recovered. The good thing is because Bradley had so much space there, and
so much space and so much time that he was able to recover a bad touch.
Yeah.
Or a lack of touch, honestly.
And give Preston credit. I mean, that was like a 30 yards on a dime right there. Pass. Nice. So it's one thing. I mean, you want to have a guy with a big leg. Here's Bradley Burnett.
Brad, put your body over the ball.
Yeah. As he tries to get one there, is little miscommunication by Preston there as the defender kicked it while the goalie was coming out, and it came to Bradley, and Bradley just couldn't find a way to get it on target. Nice job by Carson there, but gets it over to Isaiah. Good job by Gabbert. Gets over to Carson. Carson gets over to Yanego. Yanego tries to get it to
great step from Braden Thomason.
But good job by the defenders. But that's one of the things you got to work on is that, you got the fact that you have all these numbers back. I mean, there's every single member of Preston County is behind the ball right now.
Every single one.
Yeah.
And
because even like some teams will leave a guy or two up on the back line just for a possible counterattack. They're not even doing that. They're just saying everyone's back, everyone's behind the ball. We're going to gum up everything and make it hard. And that's something you're going to see with teams that maybe RCB might feel like they're overmatched against RCB, and so that's something you got to work against. You're not going to see this against teams like, say, like Grafton or Charleston Catholic or Lewis County, because they feel like they can probably beat you straight up. But against teams like, Philip Barber, Lincoln, Notre Dame, you might see that. So you got to be prepared for it. As Gabbert will give it over there to Corsini. Corsini's going to have it, so less than 35 minutes to go.
Well, and I'd like to see Corsini tonight work on his distribution and kind of, work on putting it in different spots.
I think Corsini was going to play that short ball to Men, but gets over top there.
Tried to dip it in there to
Yanego, but just gets it. The goalie does a good job coming off his line, getting that. That goes out of bounds off the. And there's a little bit of difference between maybe a Crislip and the Preston County keepers, because we talked about how on that one Crislip hit it right into into Bradley's path, whereas the Preston County keeper just kind of kicked it out of bounds and gave RCB possession. RCB looking here for the attack, but
does Caleb Yanego need new cleats or different cleats?
Yeah, he's been slipping a little bit.
A little bit. I hope he's all right.
Hope he's okay. Hope it's just one of those nights.
It might be a slick service. It's been kind of dewy and kind of cold.
As Chuck tries to win it there, and here comes Xavier Sennett. And
man, Xavier Sennett has no fear to step forward to these balls.
Yeah.
None.
As Bradley,
great step, but Brad going back.
Oh, look
at
at Brad there. I think
Brad doing a little bit of the step.
Well, I think the defender expected Brad to try to play it up the field, and then he cut it back. Oh, here comes Caleb. Caleb's going to get Caleb go through?
Oh, man, just one step
I'll say,
too
here
many.
Comes Braden. Braden going to look here, gets it back to Corsini. Corsini's going to get it to Braden. As RCB keeps it in, can they find something here? Carson's going to have to drop it back to Men. Men gets over to Chuck. I'll tell you, those Preston County players, they're hustling. They're putting some pressure on.
They are working really hard.
Yeah.
This game has been much tighter than I thought it might be.
Yep. And like I said,
because they played hard.
Yep. As here comes RCB the other way, gets over to Braden. Oh, nice move by Braden. Braden gets over to Gabbert. Gabbert looking for
Yanego.
Just couldn't make the
step work.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just one of those things where they guys have such numbers there that every time a ball is played, there's someone there, and give Preston credit for the hustle and the discipline.
They've come out with a lot of energy second half, for sure.
Here comes.
Yeah. He used his body a little too much.
Yeah, he pushed him. Yeah, that was a good call. So 32 minutes to go, basically. RCB still up 2-0 as no score yet this half. As that was the score at halftime. As here comes long ball up here by Preston, and it goes out of bounds, and I think we're going to have a sub here. Well, not quite yet, because it's a Preston sub, so RCB will, because it's RCB throw, you can't sub on the other team's throw-in, for those that don't know. Here comes But here comes Thomason. Thomason going to try to go. He slips a little bit. Here comes Yanego. Can Yanego? He's going to try to dribble through a couple people, but can't quite get through them. And here comes the other way. Here comes the Knights the other way. I think there was a little bit sometimes that we're trying to get almost too perfect a shot instead of just taking a good shot.
We're trying to walk it in. That's the thing.
And this is too good a team. You're not going to be able to walk it in against these guys. They're not going to let you do that. You're going to have to try to beat them from a little bit of distance.
You would think from, and maybe at the beginning of the game where we were playing they were playing kind of sloppy.
Yeah,
it's different, but they have tightened up this half.
Yeah.
You are not going to beat them that way.
Yeah. They got, as soon as you touch the ball, there's like 2 or 3 guys around you. It's just, and give them credit. Like I said, it doesn't seem like that RCB has any type of room to really work with. It seems like there's Knights everywhere. Senate does a good job keeping it in. Hits it over to Min. Min almost gives it away, but Carson does a good job of winning that, and that's going to go all the way back to Chrislip. Chrislip will try to play it up. Oh, good job. Fortunately for RCB, that could have been a disaster if 13 had gotten that, but fortunately it goes by him, and RCB will take it the other way. Here comes Chandler. Chandler gets it over to Braden. Braden, nice job using the body on the turn. Let's see what he does here.
Great little step. He can get it. Oh, just couldn't get it out from under his feet.
Yep. Oh, nice job by Carson. Gets it over to Yanego. Yanego gets over to Braden. 2 guys on Braden, though, when he has the ball. That's the thing, is that as anytime anyone has it, they're just, like I said, they have all those numbers there. It's not a one-on-one challenge. Nice job by Carson there. Carson's going to try to feed it in, but once again, taken away by the Knights. And it's like I said, I'll give the Knights credit. They've really frustrated this RCB team tonight. Yep. And like I said, they have had a lot of energy. They're gumming up the works. I mean, their touches haven't been great. Their passing maybe isn't up to the level you would see from a lot of other teams, but no lack of effort. There's absolutely no lack of effort.
This is kind of like, they are defending with with everything they've got.
Yes. Jackson McCain does a good job trying to win it there, and as Caleb gets it to Carson's going to try to get over to Caleb. Caleb does a good job winning. Okay,
Oh, just a little too tight there. A little too wide.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like that pass from Chuck, and I'll tell you why. Like, Carson's got great foot skills, but you put him with his back to goal in a place where he could have got his pocket picked, and that's exactly what happened.
There's 2 guys there, so.
Yeah. And in a different situation, you're dealing with a little more dynamic central midfielding pair.
Yeah.
You got problems going forward very fast.
Here comes Carson, gets it over to Yanego. Yanego's going to look here, gets it up to Thomason. Ooh, nice
little
cheeky
back heel there.
As here comes Yanego.
If Yanego can get a ball crossed here.
Gets over to Thomason. Can Thomason?
Oh, did he slip or was he tripped?
I couldn't tell from there. It looked like maybe he was tripped, but it was close. Ref was there. I think that it could have gone either way, but I'd say probably a good no call there. I didn't see enough to warrant that.
Really make a call. Listen,
and at that position, you really probably need to know 100% before you make that call.
Right. Well, it's kind of like you're in the penalty box. Like, you can call a penalty?
Yep. No, because basically it's not whether. Now here comes a foul. In
a really, really, really delicious little spot.
Yeah,
there.
but I'd say nice spot for Corsini. I didn't quite see. I was kind of looking at another place. Did you see what happened there?
It looked like Isaiah got tripped.
Okay.
I'm kind of why is
Corsini's going to try to go?
Oh,
and he's got it!
Oh, I knew it. He went quick. The ball was stopped, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Just for clarification, the ball was stopped. No motion. That's not coming back.
Yep.
Great one time from Anthony Corsini.
There's nothing that the keeper. I mean, keeper was looking one way, but it was right where you wanted it, upper 90 with pace. It was well struck.
The goalkeeper, Anthony caught the goalkeeper and probably a good bit of the Preston County defense.
Because I think he was still trying to move his ball and
he was
stuff.
He was trying to set the wall.
Yeah, and So that gives us our third goal of the game. Here comes Eli Knotts into the game. He's going to give Braden a break.
That's great.
That's good there. As with 3 goals up, I think it's good to try to get some of those other offensive players. Because I understand with a 3-goal lead, you may not want to take out any of your defenders yet, because obviously if you give up a goal, that can change the whole outlook of the game. But sometimes, especially on offense, it's like, well, you're up 3-0. If you hope to get some more goals, obviously, but at the same time, if you win 3-0, that's not exactly a terrible result. Obviously, any win's a good result, but
Sure.
it's a solid win. You take it, you move on.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you, Steve.
And Eli Knotts has looked really good. I like the way he pushes play and putting him in there with some fresh legs. Yeah,
with his speed.
With his speed, and here comes, and he does a good job getting a foul called already. Here comes, I believe, Caden
Min. I'll tell you.
Jackson McCain.
Great pull out of the air there, Jackson.
Jackson's going to shoot.
Don't try and chip it. Oh, a little too much.
But I like that. Hey, I like that shot, though.
I like that idea.
With a couple guys in your face, you're probably not going to beat him off the dribble. You're outside the 18. I think you go for goal there. That's
Sure.
That's the right shot.
Just a heads up, Steve, for the future. Next Anthony Corsini goal, I missed it on this time.
Yeah.
That's Amore.
That's Amore.
That's Corsini. I'll work on the vocal there a little bit.
I mean, he just took it so quick. I don't think we realized
heads
what
up.
It's heads up play. It was a good play from him. It was nice to see that, and it's good to get him.
I think he's kind of had an up and down game tonight.
Yeah. I mean, he started the game pretty well. Had a couple of moments where he was maybe a little bit sloppy, but that happens. I mean, like I said, we had that issue. McCain tries to. Well, unfortunately though, it hit off. Nothing you could do there. It just the way it sometimes, like I said. And when I played, it might not have been considered a handball because he really wasn't had any intent, and his arm wasn't in that terrible position. But
sure.
It was away from his body. It did hit it, and in the new rules, basically, as long as it's not in a natural, I mean, Though I remember one time I lost the game because the ref called a handball. Now let me explain how the handball happened. It wasn't on me. It was on a teammate, but. They were taking a free kick, and our guys, you put your arms like down, like in front of you, like this with the cross.
Yeah.
Well, the guy hits it into the wall, and it hits one of our guys' arms, and the guy said handball, but it was right across his chest, and we're all like, no, that's not a handball. He goes, no, his arm, it's a handball, and they gave him a penalty kick, and they won the game 3-2 off that.
That's so silly. What a great use of your body, Anthony, but you got to get to the ball.
Yeah, great use of the body. But yeah. But good call there. Just one of those things that happen. But even today, that's still a bad call. That was a bad call then. It's a bad call now, and it will always be a bad call. But 24 minutes ago, RCB though 3-0 and doing some good work here.
Definitely, and getting some time for getting some rest for our one line.
Yeah, because, I mean, we got a game Saturday. The boys will be playing
Parkersburg
South here on Saturday, so that's a tough game. I know. I remember the first time I played at Parkersburg South, Corsini tries to get through there.
I actually liked playing at Parkersburg South.
I liked playing there. The reason is because the first time I played there, it was like the first real stadium I ever went to. Like every other place, it was like some bleachers on the side of a grassy area. Not to say they was bad or anything like that, but yeah, just it was like maybe it looked like rec field. Everything was like a rec league field. Like it's like we were always playing on rec league fields. And then we go there. It has a PA announcer. It has big
great
full
grass.
stand, great grass, big full crowd. Like oh my gosh, like
deal.
It was a big deal. Like it felt like big time.
Now the grass. The last time that I remember playing there, the grass was very high.
Yes.
And you're not getting the manicured stuff that these kids are playing on, but again, it's not Old Pony Lewis.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, there's much better than Old Pony Lewis. But I mean, it's just one of those things where it's just like when I took a throw in and the guy said my name, like, oh my gosh, because that's the first time I ever heard it. Like, now kids nowadays, like every game you get introduced, but like I'd never heard my name over an announcement.
Right.
Ever.
Nobody announced then.
No one announced then. So it was just really interesting. So. Always a big-time program coming to town, so you want to be ready for that on Saturday.
Sure.
Because Xavier sent it across the field to Chandler. Nice
great
ball
to
Corsini.
Great control from Anthony.
as does a good job of controlling that. Gets it to Carson. Carson's going to – oh, nice job to J.D. Ford.
I'm on J.D. Ford.
J.D. Ford's going to try to get to McCain.
Oh, man.
McCain's going to keep it in.
Great movement. What a rapid move.
As McCain there is going to keep fighting there.
And I'd love to see, to be honest, I'd love to see McCain play for a foul there. But
yeah. Good job by the defender eventually getting it out, but good job McCain keeping it in. And here comes Chuck all the way up to take the throw in Wyatt's going to come over to the coach as he's talking to him during this time. Maybe Wyatt's
that I don't know how I feel about, because if he better be hustling.
As Carson tries to win it there, here comes Chuck. Chuck is.
Now, if you're the Preston County Knights, you got to look up and see that the goalkeeper is 25 yards off his line.
Yeah.
Even right here where Carson is, I'd be taking Carson Bennett. Where Wyatt is, I'd be taking a shot.
I don't know. I think he's in a decent position now. I think this is about where you want to be, because the chances of hitting we're talking like he throws it in, it's going to be on their half, so you're talking over a 60-yard shot. You'd have to have some pace, because not only does it get over them, it has to. That would be a heck of a shot. There's not many guys that can make that. And you want to be able to cut down any type of through balls here if possible. He does such a good job of that. He does.
He really does.
Yep. Oh, nice chip to Corsini. Gets it over to Ford. Can Ford get on the end of it?
Come on,
oh!
JD.
But there.
I
don't think that was a foul either. I wouldn't have given that.
That would have been a really, really harsh penalty.
Yeah. Because one, he kind of lost control of it already. So even if he did get touched, it wasn't like that what caused him to lose the ball. Xavier Sennett tries to center it, just a little bit behind Knotts. And here comes, can Sennett. Oh, nice job by Sennett. Get over to Beeson. Can Beeson get it does a good job getting to Ford. Ford gets it over to
Ford got it out of his feet and got the movement there. I like that, but Corsini kind of maybe.
I think he was. I thought he thought Carson was going to make that run, and then he didn't, and then so. White's got the ball at his feet again. He's going to get over to Caden. Caden will take it the other way. So less than 20 minutes to go. RCB up 3-0 in this Big Ten contest. And hopefully the big thing is RCB trying to get another clean sheet here. But here comes the Knights to try to end that here. Long ball, and it's going to go out. It's actually an RCB throw because I think it did go over the out of bounds before Caden kicked it. Obviously, Caden was trying to make sure, worst case scenario, that would be
that it doesn't come back at him.
That doesn't come back at him. That there wasn't a throw in a live ball turnover for Preston County. I'm seeing the girls out here warming up. They've got the pink uniforms, so that's good to see. I'm glad to see that. They always look tight. As Braden does a good job winning that, trying to win the ball there, as Braden has come back in, I guess, to get some more time here. Comes JD. JD. Nice ball to McCain.
Now
McCain.
He, with his pace, he's got to put a ball on frame. Jackson.
Oh.
That's a good.
That's a good no call.
Yeah, because it was a good defensive play by Preston County.
He got the ball.
Yeah, he great stand-up play for Preston County.
Yeah. So good job by the defender there.
Jackson McCain, I don't know why you're trying to talk trash there. You just got stopped.
Yeah. He thought it was foul and it looked bad, but once again, it was all the way it usually is if as part of getting the ball, you accidentally come through and maybe get the person.
Nice little step there from Owen Dodd, it looks like.
Owen Dodd getting a little time here. That's nice to see.
Right, is that 25? It is 25, right?
Yeah, Owen Dodd, 25, yeah.
Yeah, playing out here at left back. Good, legacy guy, Owen Dodd.
Yep. Here comes Preston County. Like I said, though, with 17 minutes to go and still only 3-0, they're still playing, and you got to give them credit for that. Still hustling here. Can Beeson get it over to...
we really do move the ball well.
Yeah, it did hit off his arm.
I know.
I saw it. I was wondering if he was going to call it, but he did. And
Well, because he kind of used his arm and shoulder to caress and move.
Exactly. It was a handball.
Great touch, though.
Great touch. Long ball, diagonal ball, and that's what's important, having a guy like Chrislip back there that knows the position so well. He needed to come off because, that would have been a little tricky for Dodd to deal with. But, with the guy like Chrislip coming over, as Eli Knotts will try there and just couldn't quite keep it together. As here comes Preston the other way. They're going to try to – now, I would give credit for Preston. They're starting to connect some passes together, so that's good.
That's endurance, man. I mean, this is a little hairy right here.
I would say they got some numbers. Good job by Chuck to get that. Chuck's going to get it over to Corsini. Corsini's going to try to carry. I'd say carry that for a good bit, and here comes – he's going to –
I think you had all the space in the world.
I'd say keep going a little bit, maybe force that, because I think the thing is that you could have forced that defender to commit and then try to play that ball. Just keep carrying.
It looks like we've got a keeper change
for Preston County. Yeah, they're going to have a keeper change.
Maybe they're putting their original keeper up front or somewhere.
Let's see. I'm looking 24 for them is. Zachary Lynch. So that's who's coming in to take the goalkeeping duties. Here's Caden gets it over to Xavier Sennett. Sennett gets it to McCain. McCain's going to play a nice one, too. Here comes Xavier Sennett the other way. Going to give it over to James, but there's no one there for James to try to work it with. Someone needs to talk to Logan.
I mean, no awareness of the guy behind him.
Yeah, someone needs to talk to him.
His guys left him for not there.
Yeah, because that's I know Logan would be the one that would be credited for getting stolen from him, but you can't look behind you, so you got to depend on your teammates to go man on back.
Well,
so
and the lesson that you need to be learning right here is what Preston County. No, are they as technically close to RCB? No. But they are – we got 15 minutes left, and they're still going. They're still pushing forward and still pressing.
Yeah.
RCB needs to be doing that.
Yes. I'm about to say RCB could take something away from this Preston Key and the way they play. I mean, just, everything. Everyone's moving hard. They're making everything difficult. If you take that type of tenacity and pair it with RCB's skill, I think you could really, have a team that's
have a really solid team.
Have a team that's going to be very hard to beat. So 3-0 though left, as with about 14 minutes to go. RCB up 3-0. As Chandler will play that, and that's a little too far. Gives up the goal kick. I think he was just trying to play the long ball there, see if he could get at something, but kind of speculative. Gets it over to Bradley Burnett will win that header, but it'll go out of bounds and go back to Preston County. Nice try by Bradley there, but just couldn't quite get the touch there and then turn. Tried to use his body there. Bradley gets it taken away, but Carson does really good. But here Carson gets it.
But we are playing so sloppy right now.
They are everywhere. Those Knights are everywhere. You gotta give them credit for that. It seems like anytime RCB has a touch, it's not there. There's someone to try to take it. There's a Knight in the area to try to take it away. Now here's some space. Good job. Nice pass by McCain over to LeVake and got some space. Gets it to JD. JD back to LeVake.
Now go to the corner. Why we don't need to one-time it.
JD Ford.
Great shade there from JD Ford, but again, guys, you're up 3-0. We don't have to go this fast.
Mm-hmm.
put the ball in the back of the net, be thinking it. You take the time that you have to think about it.
Yeah. Here comes Preston County the other way. As they're trying to work the 1-2, but
and it looks like Beeson got away with one right there,
yeah,
because that was definitely a handball.
As Caden does a good job of just making sure they get it out of there and don't possibly give up the counterattack there. As here comes the substitution for the Knights, as number 14 will be going off. That's Dayton Wilson, and I can't quite make out the number that's coming in. As good job by LeVeque there to fight, and here comes as Chuck there, as it's still pinballing around. Long shot off the mark, but
pretty arc to that.
Pretty arc to it. I mean, number 5's look good at times. I've number 5 for Preston County. Let's see, Cordell Ayers. There's a reason he's a captain. He's looked pretty solid at times for the Knights. He's been all over the place trying to do the best he can. And he's done a good job keeping him in the game. Carson Bennett nice move by Carson Bennett. Oh, here it comes. Carson's going to try to get it through here. Can he get it to JD? JD does a good job. Then James, he gets through. Can Carson? Oh, sorry, JD.
Oh, no, I don't know about that, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe go back and watch that, but, like, he didn't really get the ball. He kind of got the man there.
Yep. That was close. That was close. I thought maybe it was at the same time. I could see why that was not called. But it was a almost got there from JD. Good job trying to put the pressure on there. As it looks like Harrison Sensel's coming in for JD Ford. Gandon Mays coming in for McCain. Is that James Barnett coming in for is that LeVeque coming up? And Xavier Sennett's coming back in for Bradley. So mass changes there with less than 10 minutes to go. RCB up 3-0. Oh yeah, so that's 24. 24 is was that Rosie, right? Is that Rosie there?
Yeah, you got to put some respect on the Rosie's name.
Yep. So yeah, Rosie got checked in. I didn't see him as part of the crowd, but yeah, there he is. Making a nice play there. Oh, Carson.
Oh,
it looked worse than it was, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Looked way worse than it is.
Yeah, so here comes a chance for Preston County here to try to play one in. Ooh, that's a nice long ball. Good job by Xavier to win that one. Gets it over to Carson. Carson's going to get it over to Logan, but once again, you can't have those.
Beeson's really had an off night.
He did have that one, I think, basically assist on the goal, so you got to give him credit for that. But a couple of things. Here comes a long shot, and White does a good job of winning that. And with 8 minutes to go, RCB up 3. As can Rosie get to that one? Not quite, but it's played out. And here comes the other way with 8 minutes to go, RCB will have a chance to see if they can try. There's a handball. Yep. Just handled it a little too much for Carson Bennett, and it will be a penalty kick for the Knights. And somewhat dangerous spot because I saw how long that last one was. And
right,
that guy
and one touch.
One touch, and this could be a. Oh,
and
boy.
I'll be honest.
They're gonna call a handball.
Yeah.
On Xavier Sennett. That's once again he just played that long ball in, and with 15 to go.
Well, and I think this is an interesting one because I don't think we haven't really seen Wyatt have to handle a penalty, like and especially one in a tighter contest. Hey, stop the clock. Well, and love to see Carson or Wyatt save one. I don't want to keep calling Wyatt Carson tonight.
Yeah, say Wyatt.
Maybe I'm having.
We'll still try here is Wyatt will
see if he can get a hand.
I'd say
to it. Preserve
trying to see who's taking this. Is that
I can't see the number.
Can't see the number from here. I'm going to try to. Is that number 5? Is that
it is 5,
Cordell Ayers? Yep, Cordell Ayers will take this for the Knights.
Kind of a long run up.
Oh,
man!
He tried to.
He went for the spectacular.
Yeah, and instead of just playing it in the one spot where, instead of just trying to put it in a nice spot, what he tried to do was he tried to run up and get Wyatt to commit, and then try to chip him or something. But Wyatt did a good job of not committing, and then when he didn't know where to go with it, he just kind of leaned back and hit it over the bar. So the clean sheet stays still going. Oh, there's a foul by Beeson, but no, he's not going to call that.
That's interesting.
Yep. As here comes Xavier Sennett the other way, and he goes to go up there, and that goes
Great
off.
Ball from
Sennett. Can James and Harrison.
Harry Sensel.
Can Gandon Mays. Yeah!
Oh, my good God, ladies and gentlemen.
Gandon
Mays gave you a goal to remember.
Thank you, Gandon Mays.
That's your senior moment, man.
That's absolutely.
Now, Steve, we had a discussion in off air here before the game about that senior moment doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's a goal to remember. I'd be clipping that if I were him.
I say, yeah, I'd remember that one. So RCB pushes the lead to 4-0 with 5:59 to go. So
what a goal from Gannon Mays.
What a goal there. I mean, it was just perfectly placed. He did a nice job chipping the keeper, and so
I mean, just
about 6 minutes
in a place that no shame to the keeper. He's not stopping that.
Nope.
No, there's no way.
And give Xavier Sennett a lot of credit on that, too, because that run up the outside is what really led to that whole thing. Oh, here comes Gannon again. He's going to try to.
So you're going to try to replicate what he just did.
Yeah. Xavier tries to get it Gandon. Gandon can't quite keep it together, and there's a foul on Gandon.
Yeah, now that one needs to be called.
Yeah. Try to keep it together. You don't want anyone to get a card this late in the game, and possibly
a card or an injury. We're in the time where.
I mean, the result has been decided. RCB is going to win. The final score, we'll see what it is, but it's basically in the record books as an RCB win. So you don't want anyone from either team to get hurt as they try to get ready for, because sectionals isn't that long. But here comes the Knights the other way to see if they can get a goal here and not get shut out tonight. Tried to play the ball over, but couldn't quite make that connection. Here comes a mass sub. This is going to take.
We got a lot of time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, where's our Peyton Smith time?
Let's see. I'm trying to see who's there.
Looks like Mr. McCarr coming on.
Yeah.
Chase.
Aiden
Daniels.
Conley, I see there.
Yeah. Listen, Chase has earned some time. I'm kind of surprised that he has not gotten more time.
Yeah. As
in the middle.
Number 18, Garrett Hill also is in the game. I saw him on the field.
Did you see one of the Hill clan getting in here?
Yeah. Here comes Aiden Conley. Getting some time here. Gets it up to Owen Dodd. Owen Dodd gets it back to Aiden. Aiden's going to play it up. And can Harrison get there?
Sensel's on his bike there, too.
Yep. And he draws the foul. And so with 4 minutes to go, RCB and Harrison's going to be the one to take this one.
Can we get one more? Oh, man.
Harrison, nice
Not
ball.
a bad ball here.
Oh, it's going to come out, and
Ooh,
good clearance.
Good clearance to the keeper. Good work there.
Good job by the keeper, and then good clearance by Preston County. But that was a great ball by Harrison Sensel.
Yeah, Harry Sensel. Nice shot there.
Showed you something. The sophomore showing us something. Showing us why you might want to get some more playing time here in the future, right?
Right.
As with 3.5 minutes to go, is Caden Min and Chuck are about the only starters that are still there. I think they just want to see if they can try to keep that clean sheet. So
sure.
With Wyatt, so they're keeping their central defenders and the keeper in.
Yeah.
And also, let's be honest, I think Preston County still has a lot of the one line on there. So, you don't want to leave your young defenders going up against seniors and top players on the other team. Aiden Conley there does enough to at least get it outside. Can Makara gets it over to Conley. Conley is going to get it. Try to get it back. There's just no pass back. But at the same time, it was the right play because the last thing you want to do is give up that live ball turnover. So better to kick it out of bounds than to give up a live ball turnover. As Preston will see if they can try to get one here with 2.5 minutes to go. And James Barnett gets it over to Garrett Hill. Garrett Hill gets it over to Harrison. Harry's trying to making some nice plays there. Harrison Sensel.
For sure.
Owen Don.
Oh.
Sorry to James Barnett.
Oh, if James could have just taken a touch.
I would say, yeah, you can see he picked up because he's realized that he probably could have taken a touch there. Here comes Davis. Davis gets it over to Harrison. Harrison tries to get over to Barnett again. Barnett, can he score? As Barnett tries again. That was good hustle.
Pen, guys. Click in the pen.
But I would say that was a good effort by everyone. Unfortunately, good job by the keeper to get the save, but gotta love the hustle there.
For sure, and would love to see Mr.
Makara
get a little bit of a touch in here.
Makara's gonna get it. Harrison misses
and there's the other side. Poor Harry Sensel.
Harrison almost had maybe a shot there if he gotten his. Here comes Chuck to play it up, and so with about 1.5 minutes to go. Oh, that's yeah.
a little awkward control.
I would say that was and then he took it. It was like he went for the slide tackle, and then we stayed down. He just grabbed it with his hand. All right, so with about 1 minute to go, Harrison Sensel will try to play another one here. See if we can get a 5th goal here as RCB leads 4-0.
Nice to see another little.
Nice.
Not a bad ball again.
I would say it was right there, and I couldn't see if it was Garrett Hill couldn't quite.
I thought he was about to take that kid's leg out. That would have been bad, Harry Sensel.
So 50 seconds to go. Preston County is going to try to push and see if they can get one. And there's that number 5 that missed on the penalty kick. He's going to try to see if he can get as Caden Min does the right thing and just plays it out with 30 seconds to go, as RCB's try to see if they can hold him off here for 30 seconds to prevent to keep the shutout. As good job by Garrett to play it up there. And Kroll battling there with 14 seconds to go. And Caden Min does the right thing, which is 10 seconds to go and just goes, get it out of here.
Yeah, get it out of here.
Yep. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that will do it as RCB will win 4-0. It's a good result. 1, you get the win, but 2, I think you have some film to look at and some things you can talk about and things to work on in practice. So all in all, probably a good result for the team.
Well, and there was some sloppiness.
Yeah.
I think that they need that. This contest should have been even farther out of reach, but.
Yeah.
RCB will work on it. RCB will get better.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, in a way, if you're coach's man, you gotta be the fact that you have some things that you can see that you can work on, but at the same time, you didn't get that didn't happen in a loss or a tie. You still got that win. So you got the result, but then you can also point to things and go, we got to work on this. We got to work on this. And
this could have been better. This could have been better.
Exactly. So especially with 2 weeks to go.
Yeah. Now, how much of a gap I wonder we're getting?
Yep. We'll see.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for this evening's game, I've been Gabe Rhodes.
I've been Stephen Kennedy.
You have a safe ride home. We'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Bye.